We're just normal men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stuttering Craig.
I did. Oh, wow. Right on the tip. Just on the tip.
And Blabs. Co-hosted by our friends from around the internet.
There is a portion of Norway where it is legally required to carry a firearm at all times.
If you're just a normal man looking for common sense in this crazy-ass world, you've come to the right place. And now, broadcasting from our homes from around the internet, it's time for Side Scrollers. Oh, welcome on out to Side Scrollers on YouTube.com and Rumble.com. And of course, most importantly, SideScrollersPodcast.com. What's going on, everybody? Hey, happy Monday to you. Did you have a good weekend? You did? Oh, that's great. Me too. Busy weekend. Hey, I'm Stuttering Craig. Good to see you guys. Man, we got a big one today. As guess what? We are flying solo today. Joining us, as always, the kind of sickly, but fighting through it for you, normal men. Blabs.
Hi. I'm sick. I've been sick all weekend, and all I do is play Jurassic World, so yeah.
Well, that's good. Well, thank you for fighting through. And so we're letting everybody know that Blabs is probably going to get worse this week. She's
I'm going to try not to, guys. I've been taking all the elderberries since Saturday.
Yes. All of the elderberries. You got any?
All the elderberries.
The ivermectin, you got the whole shebang?
The ivermectin? No, I just the elderberry and Tylenols and teas. Yeah, and soups. That's about it.
Well, thanks for fighting through it today. Someone who could not fight it through it today is our normal Monday guest. That's Yellow Flash. Flash had some personal things going on today. So, hey, cool. That's awesome.
And no, he's not dead, by the way. It's nothing bad. No,
yet. I mean, he will. It's Blabs. We all know we're going to die. We're all going to die.
This is a lovely Monday morning. We're all going to die eventually.
Monday. Yeah. Look, we all know it's true. And the sooner you understand that, the sooner you realize that literally everybody around you that you love will die, the sooner you can kind of become more realistic with life. So, yeah. How are you?
Why are you the way you are? Why?
I'm honest about things.
It's even chat saying F.
Well, what do you want? I mean, everybody's going to live forever.
No, but just, you know.
What do you want? Rainbows and kittens? What do you want? Everything. No. Just let's be honest with it. It's okay. Either way, look, we're flying solo today. We do have a great show for you guys. We got a lot to talk about. So a little more Blabs today, a little less Flash. And we thought about bringing on some other friends, but we thought, hey, let's just go. Let's just go today. See how it goes. Just the two of us. We can make it.
Is this karaoke? Do you want my like bucket hat?
No. Apparently nobody else wanted your bucket hat either.
Excuse you, there was like 5 other people who got the bucket hat.
Kratos was the only one who purchased bucket hats. And listen, it's funny because there's a tie into this. Last year, at the Ripperverse meetup, I believe it was. I went out there. He did a Ripperverse meetup, and Kratos was out there, and he was trying to give people Blabs bucket hats.
I know, he was trying to give it away.
People were rejecting that shit to have gore. Would you like a bucket hat? No.
See, I think I'm the only one who can rock a bucket hat then. Bring back bucket hats.
To enjoy the bucket hat, you must truly be all in on
embrace the bucket hat.
That's true. You got to rock it. You got to be confident in it. But I'm glad you're here, as always, fighting through. Thank you. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Join us. So the 116,000 just normal men who have found common sense in the video game and entertainment space. We're here. We're kicking ass. We're glad you're with us today. Do us a favor, hit the thumbs up button. Our goal is always 1,337. Whether you're watching live, whether you're watching on the archive, hey, let's get those rookie numbers up. Let's go, baby. Once again, hey, by the way, Spotify this weekend had a little issue with it. Was uploading it, and it got caught in a draft over the weekend. saw a comment over on YouTube, and it's up. So anyways, it was, for some reason, it stopped
Yeah, that's
working.
not a you thing, because that happens to me sometimes too. It's a Spotify thing where you'll click publish and they'll be like, no, you actually meant draft.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It is weird. But yeah, so anyways, we got a big one today. We got a lot going on. We're going to talk about this PlayStation network outage, which, man, oh man, the conspiracy theories are ripe with that. I want to talk about this super viral Twitter thread that happened over the weekend where it's just video games, guys. It's just video games. It's like, oh, really? Is it? We're going to talk about that. And then a lot of people chimed in on that. Blabs wants to talk Super Bowl, so we're going to get Super Bowl talk.
Listen, I didn't even watch the Super Bowl. Don't say that.
Oh, well, we have a big old thing on our...
It's all the ads and the trailers and stuff.
Okay, we can take
nothing about the actual game. I didn't watch a single second of it.
Good for you. Yeah, it was like grinding. It was like going to the dentist. That's what
I played Jurassic World instead last night.
Good for you. We got Cain getting shafted, which was hilarious. We'll get to that. As well as Blabs, I don't know if you saw this, but did you see the Captain America China ad?
No. Oh, I can't wait to see it.
You hold on. Do not look at it.
Okay, I'm not looking.
Do not look at it, because this is amazing.
Is it the China special feature?
You just wait. Wait.
Oh boy.
But before we get to that,
Racism.
we may move that to the front of the show because I can't wait to see your reaction to that. But before we get to that, it's always time for Today in Video Game History.
Okay. All right. February 10th, I'm dying. February 10th, guys, in Dragon Quest 3, or in Japan, it was called Warrior. It's 33 years old, releasing back in 1992. We have Mario Kart 64, which is for Craig, released in 1997, making it 28 years old. Well, I didn't play this one. And I feel like a lot of everyone should just play... Yeah, why would I? I always won. And then Brain Age, guys, Concentration Training was released in 2013. And I feel like we all should use some Brain Age.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, like Mario Kart 64, some people say it's the GOAT.
Yeah, but that's on the Nintendo 64. GameCube, everything. I never had any of those.
They're wrong. I mean, Mario Kart 64 is great, but Mario Kart...
But I never played.
Well, listen.
Like, I've never, ever played a 64.
Wait, whoa. Like, any Nintendo 64?
I didn't have one.
But you never played a single Nintendo 64 game?
No, never had one. How could you play if you never owned one?
We have an entire
You
series.
realize my age, right?
I understand.
When I was growing up, the biggest thing was the Wii.
Okay, listen. This is what we're doing, and I'm dead serious about this.
I'm going to buy me an N64.
No, I'm flying you here.
To use yours.
And we're going to... Listen. This is going to be a thing where you play the best N64 games.
Have you heard of emulation?
No, Blabs. You need to sit down with the controller.
Or whatever it's called.
I'm just saying, this is important. This is important stuff, because I do think that's actually a really interesting idea. The idea of somebody who's never played these games going back and actually trying them with fresh eyes, who, see, because I think that I have a lot of nostalgia for the NES, Super Nintendo, right? And I think that the Super Nintendo holds up considerably better than the N64 games, right? Because the N64 is trying to be all 3D, and I always call that time period like video game puberty, where it was kind of blocky and like it was amazing at the time, but you look back on it, it was like this growing time for video games where it was really awkward and everyone's trying to figure it out. And I don't know, those games, some hold up, but most don't for the N64. And I know that may be a wild statement for a lot of folks, but if you take the nostalgia goggles off, it's kind of true and it's tough. Whereas, like I said, I think the Super Nintendo games, that was like, those hold up considerably better. Now there's some dog shit on the Super Nintendo. Don't get me wrong, but there's still some really good stuff.
This was a long sentence of you basically saying I need to play some N64.
You do.
Well, let me explain like my gaming history, because people are very often confused. So, when I was a kid, I was gifted PlayStation 1 when PlayStation 2 came out. Like my family friends gave me their old PlayStation 1 because they had the second one, right? So I had that one, and then it died because it was old, and it just eventually, after 4 years or whatever, it just crapped out. And I only ever played a couple PlayStation 1 games on it. Like, we didn't actively go out and buy a lot of PlayStation 1 games. So, I had, Crash Bash, Harry Potter, Tarzan, some other stuff that I can't remember, but, that was it. Then I had the Nintendo DS, and it was Monkey Balls and Scrabble, and things like that. And then there was the Wii, and then the Wii U, then the Xbox One, which I still have. It's basically holding my Nintendo Switch, and I haven't turned it on in 6+ months. And now I have the Nintendo Switch, and that's really it. So yeah, I miss a whole lot of the games, guys. It was very niche stuff.
No, it's
Roller Coaster Tycoon and PC. I always had PC since 2001. Harry Potter games, Ratatouille, Zoo Tycoon, Roller Coaster Tycoon, Circus Tycoon, you name it, Tycoon.
You played girly games, and that's fine.
I mean, but my mom wasn't about to get us. Well, yeah, I wasn't about to go and get a whole bunch of shooter games and stuff either. So,
right.
Yeah.
What question for you, chat? Normal men. What N64 games? Not if, but when we do it, when we get Blabs in a room to play N64 games, what games should she play? I mean, obviously, no. Obviously, games like Mario 64, she should try out. The GOATs is what we're talking about. What are the games that Blab should try for the first time with the N64? Chat's going crazy right now. Boom. I see Superman 64. Let's go. All right, we'll get to that in just a little bit. Blabs, you did miss a really important game today. There's actually a couple games that you missed, which I do think it's important to point out that today on in gaming history, you missed out on one of the better games on the Wii, House of the Dead Overkill, which the Wii was a really fun console for a lot of reasons. And this has actually worked with motion controls, where this was like a shooter. House of the Dead is a shooting game. And this was like a 1970s snuff film that was turned into a game in 2008. It was really, really good. If you like playing zombie games, the entire thing was built around it was meant to look like a 70s action film. So you got all sorts of blood and craziness going on. This is a really, really fun game if you're into these type of...
I've never seen this one before.
House of the Dead was great, but this was really, really fun. So if you're into House of the Dead games, shooting games, and this actually worked out very, very well on the Wii. So for those who missed it, those who know. Also, another game that you missed out on, Blabs, was Oni Chambara Bikini Squad, Bikini Samurai Squad for the Xbox 360, which probably wouldn't be made today. That was 16 years ago in 2009. So,
right.
Yeah, just girls running around in bikinis, killing things and stuff. Also,
okay, I gotta share this one because this is what I played too.
Oh,
Does
yeah.
that count? Is there anything in there that makes you proud?
No, that has the original. That has the remake. By the way, do you have that?
I do. It's downstairs. I don't have it right on me.
I bet you could sell that.
I don't want to. That's why. First of all, this thing came with a CD track full of the Mario music.
Uh-huh.
I love it. When you text me, although my phone just reset all my notifications, it's a Mario sound when you text me. It's a fail or something. It's when you text me. So I love the Mario stuff in here. It's great. So okay. I don't know if that gives me any bonus points because I still have this.
Well, baby points. Baby points. As you're playing the original Mario Brothers, and that's good. By the way, good news, Flash can join us. He'll be dropping on a little bit later on. So that's awesome.
Oh, yeah, I just saw that.
Yes. All right. Let's go ahead and look. Start up right at the bat. Corona Soul is a brand new member. Thank you so much, Corona Soul. Greatly appreciate that. Let's freaking go. Let's paint the chat green today. That'd be great. Winterfell came in with our first Montez super chat of the day. Those yellows all add up. We get to 20, and Montez is going to be belly to back suplexing some sort of crazy lady. And by the way, Blabs, you get to pick today.
Finally, I never get to pick, guys.
Yes. So if we do get there, Blabs gets to pick. Jiggly Saint, good to see you. Says last Friday our Christian Zoom call got hacked by someone streamed hardcore porn at us, and we couldn't turn it off. Very angry over that.
I don't know if that's a joke or not, but that's hilarious. At the same time as really bad.
Jiggly Saint. Sorry about that.
Jesus.
Jesus. S in the chat for Jiggly's sake. Sean came in, says, as much as I love Mario Kart 64 and the N64 in general, I do think Double Dash on GameCube edges it out. Is that a hot take? No. I think the best of all Mario Karts is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, the current iteration. Angela came in as gifted out one membership to the channel. Thank you so much, Angela. If you guys got gifted that, make sure you say thanks. Commodore fan says every Nintendo has trouble emulating N64 hardware, so real hardware is the only way without recompiling the games from source code for PC. Yeah, man. I think that's what we tried to do if we got Blabs in to do this. Kratos El Gretos says, actually, at least one person appreciated the bucket hat. Our boy Vagabondo cherished the one I gave to him. He wears the bucket hats anyway. That was a great time. Kratos, love you, buddy. Appreciate it. Vagabondo, my man. Are you in the chat? Let us know. Worthy One came in and says, Banjo. Oh, these are all great games that you should try. Banjo, DK64, Mario Kart 60 or Mario 64, Smash Brothers, Majora's Mask, and Ocarina of Time. All great games to check out. Kuro 13 says, ironically, one of the Castlevania N64 games. Oh yeah, that would be kind of funny. That Castlevania on the N64.
Never again.
No, it's a lot different than Castlevania on the the old school. It's 3D.
Do you really want your therapy bucket?
Kind of. Yeah, it would be.
Where
fun.
is it anyway? It's like in your garage at this point.
Yeah, it's in the garage.
Collecting dust.
Cody says Craig isn't wrong about those early 3D games not holding up well on the SNES. The SNES was perfecting what already existed, while those 3D games had a lot to figure out, a lot of janky cameras. I imagine when you say SNES, you meant N64. But thank you, Cody. Appreciate that. Impa says, "Hello, friends, Lady Blabs. I heard you are into JP Evolution games.
Jurassic Park Evolution.
May I recommend Evolution Square channel? She is lovely, a lovely tuber." Evolution
Thank
Square,
you. I'm very excited. I think it's out next year, Jurassic World Evolution 3, and I'm really hoping they improve some janky things in the second one. Ew, dinosaurs.
Cookie Kaiju says, I have that Super Mario collection and I love it. Also, Montez. Yeah, man. That's a good one that you have right there. That's your collection.
Yeah, all the boxers in the basement, but like my CDs are in the living room.
Dirtus King says, Blabs need to play Ocarina of Time to start off the N64 adventure. It ends with Majora's Mask. Ends with a marathon of Majora's Mask. Star Fox 64, GoldenEye, and some bad games as well. Yeah, man, these are all really great suggestions, and I think that we should absolutely do that. On average, Joe says Pokemon Snap would be a perfect 64 game for Blabs. Ooh, you're right.
We're going to talk about Pokemon today.
That's a really good suggestion there, on average, Joe. And Spartan Rockwell says Blabs would really enjoy Glover. Oh yeah,
that like a big game?
No. You're literally a glove running around like a little hand. Like
nice. I can be it from the Addams Family.
Yeah.
Like thing, whatever its name is.
Yes. And my boy Zim, how you holding up, buddy, with your back surgery? Says, okay, Blabs, we are the same age. Well, actually, you're a year older. You're old and decrepit. Sorry, I don't make the rules. No excuse for never playing Mario Kart 64. You have a Switch, Nintendo Online, that shit. I was 4 when I first played Mario Kart 64.
That's true. Johnny Arnett gave me his account sharing, so I'm actually in Johnny's account for the last 3 years, so I could play it.
For what, on N60 on Switch?
Yeah, Switch Online. I'm in his family plan for the last 3 years.
Let's go. Give it up for Johnny. And Zem also followed up, says Blabs needs to play Mario Kart 64, DK64, Paper Mario, and all 3 of the original and best Mario Party games. Oh yeah, before they became lame and gay with their pathetic participation hand-holding. Also, Mario Kart DD is the best. I really don't like the new karts and stunt crap. Thanks, Zem. Appreciate that. Yeah, man. I've had, back at Screw Attack and even at Game Attack, we did a Mario Party was a very, if you don't know Mario Party is vicious. Blabs.
Oh yeah, I played it on the Wii.
Doesn't
probably not as vicious, but yeah, it's still.
Yeah, if you play with people who know what they're doing, we had this old saying. It was check your friendships at the door, and it was wonderful. So, lot of violence, real world violence. Video games do cause violence. I've seen it. Good stuff.
Well, speaking of that, we actually do have a perfect example of video games causing violence to show later on. Yeah, that clip.
Listen, we love ourselves some violence here.
In Pal World.
In Pal World, yes. All right, guys, we are 5 yellows into our goal of 20 today. Let's go and get to that Montez goal so Blabs can pick for the first time in a while where Montez does that belly to
Basically my
Mexico.
life.
Right, your whole life. But with that said, we're glad you're with us today. Do us a favor, hit the thumbs up button. Let's get into it. It's time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. It's time for Plane Talk.
Plain talk.
All right, Blabs is gonna. We have Plane Talk at the start, so let's get to
You
it.
just
Blabs.
threw me off there. I was like, this isn't hard news. What am I doing?
That's right. I see Plane Talk at the top of the run sheet, so we're gonna
It's
go
true.
Plane Talk.
So,
Well, what do we got
nothing
today,
about
Blabs?
air crashing or anything, but I do want to showcase this video that happened apparently in Denver, Colorado from Frontier Airlines flight 4856.
Okay, hold on.
This guy went insane.
Said enough already. Frontier Airlines is. You could have said, "I got to show this clip from Frontier Airlines," and I'm
And
like,
that would have been enough.
yeah.
I've never flew on them, so I wouldn't know. Yeah, this guy goes absolutely batshit insane. Look at that. He's already like damaging the air, like the plane.
Wow.
Look at
Okay.
the cracks in the glass. So he goes insane, and basically they're just like holding him down and tying him up.
So yeah, okay. Oh, we actually have video of this. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Man, he's bleeding.
Yep. So there's blood on.
Right. Oops, sorry, it slipped. But yeah,
Yeah.
man, this guy's fucking crazy. Holy crap.
So we go from this story to I feel so bad for this little animal because everybody, forgotten in the plane's cargo hold by the staff, a cat takes 3 trips between New Zealand and Australia.
Oh my
That
god.
is awful. That is animal abuse. I hope whoever this person is, sues the airline. So let's just talk about it.
Hold on. Did Mama Cat Lady, did she know that cat was gone? Like, did she say anything?
Get her cat. I'll tell. Like, we have to read this article because it's insane.
Okay.
So let me just zoom in for the chat so they can see a little bit more. Boop,
right.
boop. An extraordinary turn of events, a cat named Mittens found himself on an unexpected journey between New Zealand and Australia, completing 3 round trips before finally reuniting with his worried owner.
Can we stop for a second, real quick? I like that with our little graphic down there, it looks like you're wearing that t-shirt.
Hang on.
Sorry. Just want to point that out. There you go.
Hey!
Sorry, I got distracted. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead, Bob.
So on January 13, 2025, Margot Ness and her 8-year-old Maine Coon, Mittens, were set to embark on a new life in Australia.
You can't say that word.
Maine Coon Mittens? That's the type of cat, bro. The cat's racist.
Okay.
So basically, a short story is this person was moving from New Zealand to Australia. And when this person arrived to Australia, they were waiting for hours for their cat to show up. And it just never did. And it was because the cat was put on the cargo behind a wheelchair. So nobody saw it. And this person was going insane, like, where the hell is my cat? And finally, they figured it out after 3 round trips that this cat was located three times around, which is just so bad because, like, think about the stress of flying for animals, dehydration, throwing up possibly if they're not used to traveling. Like, it's really bad for animals, super, super stressful. So I hope this person sues the shit out of this airline for animal cruelty. Just saying.
If you are not an animal that is used to being in the sky and you're not a human, I would think that it's got to be the most stressful thing in the world, right? Like, what is happening? First off, I'm in this tiny little cage.
Exactly.
Then you're getting thrown in this cold, dark place underneath, and it's just making
They
loud
have
noises.
no idea. Can't tell them, like, hey, this is a plane. You were going somewhere. Like, they don't understand. So this poor thing was probably like, where's my owner? What's happening to me? And then probably all over the place, I'm assuming, because
Sad day.
anxiety. Yeah, so poor
sad day
cat.
for cat. Sad day for cat, man. That's rough. Well,
3 times.
rest in peace, cat. Even though
The
you're still
cat's alive.
I know. Just,
Can you imagine if it really died, she'd have an even bigger lawsuit.
This shit has to happen all the time, right? Like we talk about planes all the time on our show. There's like the amount of insanity that happens on a plane, just in the airline industry as a whole, is silly to say the least.
Well, you gotta wonder what protocols were broken if they're not fully checking, right, the cargo area because it was placed behind a wheelchair. Like, how do you do that? Shouldn't animals be at the very front so you can grab them like immediately, not behind suitcases and luggages and wheelchairs? Like, oh my god, the protocols in this disgusting. I hope
Damn.
Temple Grandin comes after their asses. I'm just saying.
Well, rest in peace, Cat.
She's not dead.
Oh, okay, sorry. This has been Plain Talk.
Plain Talk.
The cat was in that plane.
I feel like we need another graphic, temporarily speaking, until we can joke about it again.
That's kind of true. This one doesn't do work. I mean, because it's clearly taking off, and then just
Plain Talk.
Jesus Christ!
God.
That's basically like a little plane with a medical one up in the sky for 30 seconds, and boom.
Oh my God, that's rough. Oh, okay. Yeah, we should probably rethink our intro.
That's what I'm saying. I think we should just do like an animation of the cat getting stuck in a plane for 3 trips. Like that might just be better.
I'm imagining just like this wonderful plane taking off. It's like Plain Talk. it's
furry cats.
So happy. Cats being thrown out the windows and stuff. Anyways. We're just having fun here, you know? We're just having fun. Hey, speaking of fun, Bentley came in with the 10. Thank you so much, brother. Says, hey there, side scrollers. Random rant here. I'm awaiting a GameCube to come in today, and I'm looking forward to play Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes, which, in my opinion, is the best Metal Gear Solid. But yes, Superman 64 for Blabs. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. That's excellent. Copacetic says N64 was the GOAT for couch party systems. Yes, it was. Says, how about a couch party play of Smash Brothers, GoldenEye, Mario 2, Diddy Kong Racing, etc.? Man, we may have some things planned for you guys. We're going to be doing more and more stuff in this year. I'm telling you, just hang tight. The big day, mark it on your calendar, 3 weeks from today, 3/3, March 3rd. We got a lot going on, man. New York Giants fans, this dad joke of the day. Where do rainbows go when they've been bad? To Prism. So they've had time to reflect on what they've done.
That one's an intelligent dad joke. I actually like that one. That was an intelligent one. Some people wouldn't get it.
It's good. I get it. The mystery came in with the 10 Canadian. Says, for N64 games, Blabs would enjoy the mini games of Pokemon Stadiums 1 and 2. Montez! Thank you so much, Mystery. These are all games that I will certainly look at. And look at this. I can't even say this damn name. Seika Inura with 20 gifted memberships. Thank you.
You all right? Did you just have a stroke?
How do you say that? How do you say that?
Seika Inu worried. Alright? Warride.
Hey.
Seika. You could just say Seika.
Hey, I'm Seika. Sorry, we couldn't say your name
I
correctly.
feel like he needs something for 20 memberships.
I agree.
How about this one?
Thank you.
There you go. Thank you for the 20. That's outstanding. Wow, thank you so much. If you guys got a gifted membership, make sure you say thanks. Paint that chat green today. Love that. Spencer came in with the 10, says, I'd like to motion renaming the belly-to-back suplex to the Montez Slam. Ooh, I like it. I like that. That's excellent. Point of order, you are correct. There we go. The Montez Slam. Yeah, I love it. I love everything about that. Bentley came in with the 10, says, I bet mittens can fly just like the dogs in UHF. Don't worry, Blabs.
Oh, Jesus.
Remember that? Today we're going to teach
I don't
want
want
to fly. Toss them out
Yeah,
the
I don't
window.
want to.
Hey, thank you so much, Bentley. Giants fan came back, says, one more for the road. I bought my shoes from a drug dealer. I don't know what they were laced with, but I've been tripping all day.
It's all right. It's all right.
Vagabundo came in. Let's go.
It's vagabundo. Vagabundo.
See you. Says, hail, Craig and Blabs. Blabs, I finally got to ride the Harry Potter rides this past Friday in Orlando.
Ooh, I'm glad you had fun. Or I hope you did at least.
Yeah, all our friends over at the big meetup this week, and hopefully you guys had a great time with that out there in Orlando. Wish we could have been there. Had a lot going on, man. A lot going on. But glad you guys are hanging out with us today. All right. Let's keep kicking ass. Do us a favor, hit the thumbs up button if you guys are just tuning in. This simply says it's a trap.
Are we not doing hard news today?
Sure. It's time for my favorite segment. It's a trap. It's a trap, they say. Here it is. I have not seen this, but I'll tell you this right now. I know this is definitely a trap. Oh, boy.
How old are you?
I'm 22.
Okay. I'm 22.
You're 22. I'm 19. Where you from?
Mother Russia. My name is Vladimir. What the hell? What? I'm sorry. I thought we were making mating noises.
Hey.
Yeah, it's a trap.
I appreciate that the guy on the bottom, I mean, he's clearly trolling and he's getting for content and it's outstanding stuff. And that poor 19-year-old boy up top, you're just looking to connect with his soulmate over here. Gets crying gamed over here.
The reason I saw this video was because aka Heels versus Babyface, just keeps sharing trap-like videos of these on his Instagram story. So it's like one after the other after another of just traps.
Oh, okay.
It's wonderful to watch. It's really hilarious.
That's good. I'm glad that Az has his priorities in order right here. There's a lot. As he's just hanging out, this is what he's doing between watching trap videos over here. Oh, boy. Well, be careful out there on that Omegle. Is that what it's called? Omegle?
Omegle.
Omegle?
Omegle?
Have you done that before?
No.
I think that'd be bad news, man.
No.
See,
I do not know what I would find.
I'm gonna write that down. That'd be funny. Hold on.
No. What happens if there's like a giant like dick or something on screen? Like, you can't have that.
No, that's bad. That would be very bad. Yes.
You just want me to see everything on the internet, and I'm not okay with that.
No, Blabs. I'm just writing down notes for things that we could potentially do. That's all.
Yeah, move on.
All right, let's move on. This simply says turn the internet back on. What is?
Yes.
I've not seen
This is gaming causes violence.
Okay.
Please note my sarcasm, but honestly, you just have to let it play out because it's batshit insane.
Okay, I have not seen this yet, so I'm excited to see. That sun that wouldn't hurt a fly until you turn. Oh, okay. So I see where this is going. This kid's gonna go fucking insane.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why is the internet not working?
Okay, hold on. That's not a son. That's a grown ass man. He's probably like 35
it's still
years
sun, but yeah, you should just watch.
old. Okay.
Why is the internet not working?
The same reason you're not working.
Let's go, Mom.
Did you turn off the internet?
Maybe.
Turn it back on now!
No.
Turn back on the freaking internet!
No.
This guy definitely uses Blue Sky.
Oh yeah.
Definitely uses Blue Sky.
Or has severe mental health issues.
Oh my God.
No.
Mom!
No.
You better turn back on that freaking internet right now!
Locking the door.
Open up!
No. No.
I was just about to start a new game!
Okay. Oh, shut up. I was just
It
about to
gets
start a new
really
game.
violent towards the end. It's like, what the fuck?
I appreciate this guy literally lives in his mom's basement. Literally. We're only 30 seconds into this. Yeah. We found the Reddit mod. We found him. There he is. Blue Sky user and Reddit mod.
He sounds like some like anime voice actor when he gets the really high pitched voice.
Oh my God.
My friends are wondering where I went!
This can't be real. This has to be
I
staged.
don't know if it's real or no. You just gotta let it play. It's insane.
Every sentence that he says is a stereotype at this point. I'm waiting for him to be like, "Mom, meatloaf next."
I'm
Now
sure.
You already embarrassed the crap out of me. Now you're gonna pull me away from Call of Duty.
Damn, Call of Duty causes violence.
Oh, you said a no word.
One, no, hold on. No, hold on.
Call of Duty. Open this damn door.
Oh, you said a no word.
I'm an adult. I
Yeah.
can say what I want. Let me in this house. Let me in.
Please tell me he breaks the window.
Just wait. Just wait.
Oh my God.
Oh! He's
Here's
shining his
William!
mother! He's shining his mother!
Here's William.
Did he say that?
Here's William.
Oh no! Willie, no! No, William! Don't do that to your mom!
So you
What are we
don't know if
doing?
this is real or not, but it's nuts. You have to just, it's wild.
What did you just do to my door? You're gonna fix that. William!
What? Why do you have an axe?
Exactly. It's like, how did this happen?
What?
I told you to turn it back on.
Oh my gosh!
I told you so.
Oh my gosh! What are you doing?
Turn it back on, my
Oh no, you're not! I'm just gonna clean this up and buy me a door, and I'm gonna add that to the rent. Oh my gosh! Hey! That's it.
I
Okay. Here's the thing about this.
It could be staged.
It could also be real.
It could also be real. Like, this guy sounds like he's seriously deranged.
I mean, William, I feel like we need to hunt William down. If this is
Just
real.
calling him disparate.
He, look, you know, okay.
He's not wrong.
Let's just make sure. Can we confirm that this is not Disparu?
Disparate was in America this weekend. Oh my god, it's disparate. Look,
Oh boy. Is this
Disparu.
Disparu yelling at his mom?
dude.
Maybe we can see if we can get him on just real quickly. If you can get him on his phone and just be like, Disparu, can you confirm that this is you or not? Because I mean, this does look like Disparu. Angry young
Disparate's
man.
evil twin.
Yeah.
Disparax.
The problem with this is I can see this being real,
Mm-hmm.
and I can see this absolutely being fake. And that's the beauty of the internet with this.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wow, like where'd that axe come from? It wasn't there before, and then all of a sudden he just pulls it out of his ass.
right. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense that the axe is there.
Here's William.
Pretty good stuff, though. Holy shit. Well, if we can find Willie and get him on the show, that'd be a really horrible, horrible thing. There you go. Second game in says basement dweller. That's right. And there's Disparu for you. Wow, that's spectacular.
Someone said autistic hair.
There it is. There it is. Oh my God. Snap came in and says, why are ant colonies? Why are ant colony families always so confusing? Because they're all their uncles are ants. I butchered that. Sorry, Snap. Thanks so much for your dad joke. Appreciate that. Mercenary says, I pay for my parents' internet. I work 12 hours a day. Damn right, Mercenary. Let's go. Let's go. Nightmare says, are traps gay? Yeah.
Are traps gay?
Yeah.
I would say yes.
Yeah. Zim says, Mario Party Saturday revival when? Legit curious if we could do community events. Also, my military buddy is coming to help take care of
Put
me
the
today.
glasses on, bro.
And I'm going to force him to play Mario Kart 64 all day. I also bought a GameCube and Mario Kart Double Dash for $150 yesterday. All I need. There you go, Zim. There you go. It's going to be fun. And Jurassic World Regirth came in with a 10. Says, just some normal innocent sport for some normal innocent men. Extreme G is an often overlooked racing game for the N64. But she'd also love Pokemon Stadium minigames and Star Wars Episode 1 Pod Racer. That's true. This is pod racing. Conker's Bad Fur Day is a gym too. Good stuff right there. Thank you so much, Jurassic World Regirth. Delta came in and says, I like how the mother breaks into the It's a Gundam Kirsha Jersey voice when she gets upset at her son. Thank you for that. Nathan says, plot twist, she cut off the internet in the middle of the money shot. Oh, gross. Rod says, William and his family has a YouTube channel, so this is a skit. Oh, okay.
Oh, man, we've been bamboozled.
Right. Art imitates life sometimes, and life
It's pretty
imitates
good,
art.
though.
Yes.
Here's William.
Here's Williams. Frostlord says, do any of your Discord mods live in their mother's basements? No. We have normal men and women who are our mods, which is great.
Also, I'm a mod. I don't live in a basement.
She lives in the attic. Get it right. All right.
No, I live under the stairs like Harry Potter.
Yes. Okay, let's move on. We got a lot to get to today. Let's get to here, Blabs. Did you see? Look, there's a big movie coming out. It's called Captain America: Brave New World. Have you seen everything? All the advertisement for this, everything that's going on.
So I've seen like some trailers. I've seen Anthony Mackie be an idiot, but I've not seen anything else.
Well, here's what it looks like. The United States poster for Captain America: Brave New World. You can see it here. You know, it's clearly has Anthony Mackie as Captain America here. It has him flying over. Look at that beautiful stars that's set up from the buildings and everything. I mean, they're clearly marketing around.
And then Captain Marvel.
yeah. Then you got Captain Marvel right there. But they're clearly marketing that this is what's going on. You have a brand new Captain America here. Except when you go to China.
Oh boy.
In China, you get this.
Is that a shadow of him?
That is literally a shadow of
What?
Red Hulk in the outline. They literally outlined the black Captain America.
Wait, like even the shadow doesn't even look like Anthony Mackie. Like, look at the hair.
I mean, it's truly amazing.
What is that?
Well, it's the Captain America shield.
No, I'm just like trying to understand. It doesn't even look like Anthony Mackie's shadow or anything. It looks like they just took like a generic dude and was like, all right, just pose there, look like this, look at that, and make sure we have a side profile. Okay, good. And they took a picture and just like silhouette.
Well, I think that's exactly what happened.
Is this real?
This is real. This is definitely real. Yes.
It's really bad because look at his arm. Like, look at one of his legs. In comparison, look at that. What's wrong? Like, he's got a chicken leg and then thonk like a tree.
Now, and this is from Endymion, who posted this. I don't have the source for this, but I mean, who would go through the trouble of doing all this, right? And making this. So if this is true, which I'm going to say probably is, I mean,
I don't know.
pretty
There's a lot of
spectacular.
bootleg in China. But
Yes.
I wouldn't put it past them, you know? So it's like we're at that point where I'm like, I can't tell if it's real or not because Disney has done so many racist things with their posters when it comes to black men that I'm just like,
Right. Well, but this has the Marvel Studios branding and stuff on it. So
I mean, but that doesn't mean it's not fake, right? They can just slap anything they want, but like, look what we did. I mean, Marvel will come after them, but
well, I'll tell you what. You know what I'm going to do?
it.
I'm going to look at this. Let's see. Let's see if I can take a picture of this using the Translate app on my phone because I want to know what that says at the top.
Huh.
You know,
Another Craig says might be a locally produced poster like the theater itself.
possibly.
Maybe, and it was just a really bad like printout.
Okay, I'm checking to see what it says real fast. Let's see. At the top says Captain America versus Red Active. Shocking conspiracy performance. The collapse of the world's. Hold on. This can't be real. Okay, hold on. If this is true, I got to share this.
Is this real? I'm a
Hold
Google.
on, hold on. Okay, so I've taken a picture of this, Blabs. I'm gonna share my phone with you. Okay, so this is what it looked like, Blabs. I took a picture of it with my phone, and I translated it via the app. I'm gonna let you read this, Blabs. Let's see.
All right.
Okay. What does that say? Oh shoot. Let's see. Can you read that?
No.
Damn it. Okay. I'll tell you what it says. And I'll post this over on X. It says Captain America versus Red Active, amazing conspiracy stage, the collapse of the world. Oh, the world group. Okay. It initially said the world garlic.
What?
I don't know.
I don't know if this is real or not.
I don't know either, Blabs. I don't know.
I feel like it might not be, just because look at it looks like it's been pieced together too. Like even Marvel wouldn't do something like that, you know? They would just have one giant banner. I kind of think this is fake.
I'll tell you what, I'm gonna post this because it's funny as shit. Either way, just the idea, even if it is fake, it's still pretty great. So, okay.
So it's like one of those things where it's like you don't even know at this point.
No, you don't, and that's the issue with it. So
I like the Brave New Garlic title better, to be honest.
yeah, Brave New Garlic. That's kind of what we're going with here.
It's got a special kick to it.
Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. This is a really weird story, and the headline here pretty much says everything you need to know about this story. A 12-year-old Fortnite player from Japan is giving up their middle school education to pursue a pro gaming and YouTube career.
That's wild, in my opinion.
Yes. Now, he has 181,000 subscribers over on YouTube right now. You can see him right there. Good for him. 8 days ago, 132,000 views. This is, I think, in-game for this shit, man. This is bad news, obviously. Taru, a 12-year-old Fortnite streamer with 181,000 YouTube subscribers. By the way,
that's a sentence in itself.
Yes. Don't you have to be 13 to have a YouTube channel?
I think so, unless he's got like parental, like there's someone there and it's somebody else's YouTube channel, like his mom or dad. I don't really know how that works. It's a great question.
Well, he announced on February 8th that he has decided not to enroll in middle school, junior high in Japan, after graduating from elementary school. The news has become something of a hot topic amongst Japanese people, with his original post on X reaching 33.5 million people on X, prompting an array of conflicting reactions. So here's the original post over here on X, and let's go translate it. Just after graduating from elementary school, I decided not to go to junior high school. This is the result of a year of discussion between parents, children, and their school, and how to create a lifestyle that would allow him to be serious about both competitive Fortnite and YouTube, while having enough time to sleep, exercise, and study. I'd like to do a Q&A corner for Taro channel and a video about my future career path. So please feel free to ask me any questions in the replies. I would love to hear your thoughts on this, Blabs, because I think this is straight up fucking child abuse.
It kind of is, but doesn't sound as bad because he's saying he's still studying. So he's doing homeschooling. Now, there are a lot of people against homeschooling, and I understand why, just like there are a lot of people for homeschooling. I also understand why. So I feel like that's like, if he's being homeschooled and he's actually being taught, education, but he still also has social skills, because children really need social skills. I'm wondering, maybe it's not so bad. Like if he's still doing everything else, but he's just not going to school, then it's not so bad. But at the same time, I'm like, what a wild timeline we're in, where we're seeing these titles where like children are dropping out of school to pursue YouTube already. Like, what happened to just being a kid? I understand kids play video games, but there's a lot more to being a kid than just video games. So I don't know. I'm kind of on your side also. Like, maybe this is a bit child abuse, but also I'm like, well, maybe he's autistic or something. He actually doesn't do well in school, so maybe he needs to be homeschooled or something like that. I feel like there's more here that we just don't know about. like his actual personal life here.
Well, so he only has YouTube right now.
Mhm.
Only on YouTube, and I think it's important to like be realistic about this. You know, if he wants to be a competitor, okay. When it comes to Fortnite, like you peak at the age of 15. You know that this is not an old man's game.
No.
Like Jeremy over at Geeks and Gamers is not going to be going pro at Fortnite anytime soon, right? Like some 40-something-year-old dude is not going to make it. But we have seen people make a lot of do very, very well at a very early age. Now, when you look at his monthly videos and kind of what they do on a day-to-day basis, you can look at it over on Social Blade, which is a great platform to kind of get a peek into this. He's done about 3 million views of his content over on YouTube, this is in the last 30 days, right? It's pretty damn good. You know, if you're getting 5 million views a month on YouTube, you're making a pretty good living.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you should be dropping out of school to pursue this,
especially
right?
when you're so young for that. And by the way, everyone's talking about like CAD and stuff. This is Japan, guys. Reminder, Japan, they have a lot better education system over there. They're not gonna be like, well, I hope they're not teaching you socialism over there.
Well, either way, I think this is kind of along the same lines of like, if a kid can't decide their fucking gender,
exactly,
right? So why are we letting them decide it whether they go to school or not, right? But
again, he's still being homeschooled, so it's like I feel like we're missing something here because he's still going to be doing all of his education.
Here's my issue with that is that education is more than books. Education is the social experiment, the social experience of going to school. And if I know now in America, there's a lot of homeschooling options that allow you to kind of have co-op things, and you still have this interaction with kids where you go to classes and stuff at other people's houses, and you grow friendships. Because a lot of people, when they think of homeschooling, they think of like their kid in a bubble, isolated from the real world experience. And if that's the case, where in Japan he's isolating and he doesn't have a chance to develop his social skills, which, by the way, when you're 12, 13, 14, into your 20s, you're learning how to talk to people. You're learning these social skills. And man, I think this is bad news. And I don't care if you take a year talking about this. I think that this is a parent making this decision for their kid and not the other way around. Because I don't think this kid ever thought, well, what if I just quit school?
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
This is not the last time we're going to see this, and I think that we will see this in America sooner than later, for sure. And probably already have, because the YouTube money is too alluring. How often have you seen parents put their kids out there for the YouTube ad revenue? You see these families, oh, it's a family channel, right? And in reality, it's like the dad pulling the strings of like, look at my fun kid, we're doing skits and stuff, and it's okay, cool, and there are full-on family brands on YouTube, which they're leveraging their kids as props. I think that's pretty fucked up, personally.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, this has been happening for like decades, right? With childhood actors and all that stuff. And yes, to a certain degree, I think it's up until 16, they need a chaperone, or maybe even 18, depending on your location. You need to take school, so you can only work for, was it like 8 hours or 4 hours, depending on, I can't remember. But I remember like reading about like the Harry Potter kids, for example. They were so young, it's the perfect example. They grew up on set, but for X amount of hours, they had to be in school. They had tutors and everything. So I feel like this kind of is the same, where it's like working children, and it depends on like if it's actually the child being forced to do this, if they kind of want to do it. I don't know. I feel like we're missing info here. Does that make sense?
No, it doesn't, because I think they've laid it out as best as they possibly can. I think that if we're missing any info, that's their fault.
Yeah,
right?
But I don't know. I personally would not let my child do that.
Hell no.
Definitely not. But maybe the homeschooling is better than the education they're receiving in school also. That does happen, right?
But once again, the social aspect of it, let's not forget about that.
Yeah, but like I said, homeschooling, lots of people still have the social aspect. So
in America, we don't know how it is in Japan. So
no, we don't.
I'm going to speak in vague generalities because I don't know how Japan works. So, but either way, I think you're going to find this kid. He's going to be 17 and he's not going to know how to do basic math. You know, it's like I'm going to hold my tongue on that.
Oh my God, Epsilon Alma says you socialize in prisons as well. That's the spirit.
There you go, Epsilama. Let's go. Israel came in, says it's time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody's favorite segment, Montez. Well, we're 5 away from our Montez goal of Blabs getting to pick where Montez does the Montez slam. Kratos says, I think that's meant for people to pose in front of and take pictures. Oh, the thing, the Chinese Captain America thing. Yeah, for sure. Seka came back, says, insert big corpo advertises in China goes deep. Yes, thank you, Seka. Appreciate that. Appreciate your sports day. Outstanding stuff. Victor says it's child abuse. Read The Anxious Generation. It's fundamentally anti-child to prevent them from gaining life experience when they're young enough to learn them. This will stifle him as an adult. 1,000.
You know what's like really, really bad child abuse? Those moms who get their kids to dress up and all that and do stupid reels like on Instagram and TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
And like some of these kids are wearing makeup and stuff. So like they're kind of sexualized because of the way that they're looking or dancing. And it's just full of comments going, why the fuck is this child acting like they're an adult? Like, what are you doing to them? You're ruining them. That shit's insane to me. Like that's the worst of the worst. Honey Boo Boo. That's right. Honey Boo Boo. Ugh.
Bullet Shepherd says, I have to disagree, Craig. Was homeschooled. It's a myth that there's no socializing. Able to get a job earlier, took subjects publics don't get to. Public school socializing is terrible and harmful now. Now, to be clear, I have family members who are homeschooled, and I get it, right? I think, actually, I'm a big advocate for homeschool. I actually very much feel homeschooling, but I'm not a big advocate for homeschooling to start a profession on YouTube, to be very clear. Right. And I think that's, I actually think homeschooling is a great thing.
But you were saying a whole social aspect of it. You were just debunking me.
In the United States, because like I said, there's a social aspect to it. Like I said, I don't know what it's like in Japan. Right.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We're missing info here. Haha.
The info is that they want them to be.
We don't know. We just don't know anything about Japan. Yeah. Let's be real.
David says they are people graduating here in the U.S.
That's
that can't
true.
do basic math.
That is so true. There are people who graduate, don't know how to read and stuff. Like, it's insane. So maybe this kid's gonna like become like president or some shit, you know?
Maybe.
He's super smart.
Maybe. All right, let's go and move on. This is fucking amazing. Over the weekend, there was a panel that took place that had all of the Supermans in it that were around. Like, it's several Supermans that took place over at MegaCon. And this was quite an interesting panel. There was a tweet that was put out by Screen Rant that said, the many faces of Superman. And there's one pen, it says, this one specials since it's from our MegaCon Orlando panel. And you can see all the different faces who have gone in and they've either voiced or played Superman at one time. Okay. This has, done pretty well. 75,000 views over on X. But then DCU updates went in and took it, and they modified it a little bit. And they went in and posted only 5 of the previous 6 people that were on this, noticeably cutting out Dean Cain from the right side of the screen, which is absolutely amazing.
It's so rude. So rude.
And Dean saw that. His wankers did cut me out over here. He actually got cut out of this. And you can only ask yourself, why was Dean Cain cut out of the picture by the DCU updates over there?
Couldn't be for his political ideas or anything, or his freedom of speech and expression online. I doubt. It was probably just a little mistake. Nothing intentional, right?
I think it was very intentional. I mean, 1,000%.
I'm just really glad that the backlash is real.
Right. And you can see Flash, who once again will be joining us in just a little bit, says, You cut out Dean Cain, but kept the drunk driver. Your communism is showing.
It's true. So it's Tom Wellington. Is that what his name is? I always get his name messed up. I know his name's Tom. I think it's Wellington. He played for Smallville Superman, which is literally right next to Dean. And apparently he was arrested like last week for drunk driving.
Well,
Like literally last week.
You can see all these people, just they're getting wrecked right here. Oh, and joining us now, one of the people who did wreck them in the comments. Flash,
Hi.
good to see you, buddy.
Hello.
How's it going?
Some people don't understand the communism post. I'm not saying it the guy's a communist, but he may be, because if you remember the Stalin picture of the guy getting cut out of the picture, you know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't.
You've never, it's a meme, like the dude standing next to him on that boat, and then the edited picture has him cut out.
No, I'm not familiar with that one.
You never seen that?
I'm sure I've probably seen it. I'm just not ringing
Hold
in my
on.
brain right now. Yeah, see if you can find it. Flash, why do you think that they cut Dean Cain out? As if we don't already know. Why? Oh, I think
Because he's a conservative.
Yeah, I think that's exactly why. 1,000%.
Here you go. I'll put it in the private chat right now.
Oh, excellent.
And you can show it. I can't believe you've never seen this. You
Maybe
probably
I
have seen
have.
it. And you'll, as soon as it gets pulled up, you'll understand.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Yep. Here we go. Can someone explain this whole Stalin photo editing thing to me right here? This is the for original post versus the edited version, which, by the way, really good job editing this for the time period.
Yeah.
It's
Right?
pretty good edit right there. Is this before or after the guy on the left, this guy over here was killed?
Well, he probably criticized Stalin, and now he's dead. Or he was in a gulag. Who knows?
Well, looks like Dean Cain did get Stalined in this situation, which is rough. I did actually message Dean, which, as he now follows me, I can do that. And
Has he finally followed you?
Yes.
After like 2 years?
He says he considers it a badge of honor, which to be cut out. So good for him, which is great. So yeah, it's really amazing to see them, like, the fact that they took the picture, then decided to crop it down to the point to where he wasn't in it. And then edit on top of that they took the time to add the photos at the bottom of everybody is really pretty amazing. Pretty amazing that they took the time to do that. Really fascinating. If you know, that doesn't tell you everything you need to know about comics.
You don't even see his shoulder, nothing.
No.
It's like he's just not even there.
Yeah, like
It was a very smooth cut, like right off his arm. Boop. And like it's not even edited, because if you look at the original image, it's like just a smooth cut.
yeah, it's a very good edit.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. So
Nice little crop.
there's Dean getting held down by the comic industry over there. A bunch of assholes. It's ridiculous.
That'd have been a cool Comic-Con to go to with all of them there.
Yeah, MegaCon looks like it's always pretty fun.
Yeah,
Was that at MegaCon?
It
Yeah,
was. And they even
Oh,
had
man.
Doctor Who reunion. They had like the whole shabam. They had 11, they had Rory, they had River, they had Martha, Donna, Rose, and then they had like that new chick from like the female one that nobody pretends to care about. But like the whole shabam, you could do a giant photo with them. I was like, damn, that's cool.
I would have loved to have been there. I would have had all of them sign a Superman comic.
That would have been cool. Or sign one comic with all their names on it together.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would just get one comic and I would have all of them sign it. That'd be a pretty cool little piece of history there.
Should we tell them?
Sorry, I was over here looking at this next super chat, trying to get things queued up. Yeah, that would do pretty well if you took that and sold that. But why would
I
you want
wouldn't
to sell
sell
it? Yeah, exactly.
I have a couple comics. I have a comic. I have the entire X-Men 97 cast. Signed it. I have a couple of things like that.
Let's go. Jeff came in and says Leon Trotsky. All right, thanks, Jeff. Appreciate that. Jordy says, Blabs, has anyone ever told you look like Maura Kelly from the movie Cutting Edge? Look it up.
And so she plays Nala in the original Lion King. Wait, that's her. Mariah Kelly or Maura. I'm not really sure, but yeah. No, actually, I get told I look like Emmy Rossum. So I am Emmy Rossum at home.
That her?
Yeah, that's her.
Okay,
I don't
yeah.
look like her at all.
I mean, I can.
I
kinda
see the
it.
resemblance there. Yeah.
No,
I
if
can
you
see
look
it.
up Emmy Rossum, that's who I actually look like. It's wild. I'm discount.
This is a dead-on image, though. I see why people say it.
Emma who?
Emmy, Emy, Rossum, Rossum.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm discount.
Blabs, I gotta be honest. I don't
Not
think
that
you look,
photo. That's not good.
I don't think you look
Everyone
like,
calls me saying I look like Emmy Rossum, and I'm like,
I don't know. I guess I can see both. Okay. There you go. Now we know. Thank you, Jordy. Appreciate that. That's excellent.
discount.
You're the Timu version of.
That's right. I'm Timu Emmy.
And then Shaky Hands Ghost came in with the 10, hitting our Montez goal today. He says, kind of like when it's just you and Blabs. I was listening to some OC remixes in the background. My favorite is Star Ocean Summertime. I was wondering if you had any favorites from the OC remix site. Man, I love OC Remix. OC Remix is a phenomenal website with a bunch of great tunes to it. Do I have any personal favorites? Not really. It always comes down to like whatever game I'm into. But OC Remixes, they're the GOAT, man. They've been around forever. Thank you for that. We did hit our goal, our Montez goal. So Blabs, where are we going today with Montez? Is Montez going to Street Fighter 2, Mortal Kombat, The Moon, Dustborn, or the Mushroom Kingdom? And I think
What do you think I'm gonna pick?
Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah.
Bitch!
That's the best one.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Thanks. I get to pick finally.
Yay! I did add another Montez goal up there. If you guys want to try to hit that, we can see if Montez can visit another space. But thank you guys very much for your support today. Excellent. All right, let's move on. Flash, did you? Okay, this is nuts. This is such a great example of everything that's going on in the video game space and society over the last few years. Flash, did you see the "It's Just Video Games" post over the weekend? Did you see the viral post?
Was it the one that was getting mad at Asmongold?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about the origins of this post first.
Well, last time, because I agree with Asmongold. Remember, I split the chat's thoughts on that when I said, let it fuck them all.
Right. So here's the original post, and this is a clip from one of Asmongold's.
It was a bad take then, but now it's a good take.
Asmongold hit the head on the nail about woke journalist. I want, and this is what he said during his stream.
Look right here, and I'll show you. Like, people think I'm fucking crazy. I'm not. Look at this. People wonder, are tax dollars used to promote wokeness in video games? Answer is yes. USAID paid Politico millions of dollars a year to write pieces like this one, which promotes diversity and describes Gamergate as disinformation and harassment campaign. So this is the thing, guys. I want these people to suffer because that's what they did to me.
Hell!
I want to set an example. Get rid of these people. Put them like completely out of their jobs.
Yes.
Get rid of them. Make an example of them. Say, listen, this is what happens. Gamers rise up. What goes around? Yep. What goes around comes around. And we're coming. Look right here.
Okay, so let's start there. Flash, you obviously agree. I strongly agree. Very
Blabs
much.
doesn't agree. She's against it.
Blabs, what are your thoughts on that? Did you?
I kind of disagree.
Okay, how so?
I don't think. Well, it depends on the severity of everything. I don't think it's a blanket statement to agree with. What if somebody just is like, yeah, I agree with your statements, but they didn't actually do anything to cause harm to anybody else? Does that make sense?
Well, but they Asmongold has been the focal point. I mean, he's more or less the poster child for a lot of this. He's led the push for a lot of what's been going on in the gaming space, and people have gone after him directly. They have personally attacked him from a personal standpoint, from a financial standpoint. They've tried to get him canceled multiple times, and I got to be honest, I have no problem with him being sour about that. Zero problem with him being sour about it. And the whole eye for an eye thing. I don't think there's any issue with that at all.
They've come after me. I just had one come after me recently. That fucking punk. What is his name? I forget it, but he's a piece of shit too. And apparently I'm going to be in some CNN article too coming up. Had some guy from CNN hit me up. It's like, oh, okay. Well, I know this is wanting me to comment on his article. I said, fuck off. Welcome to Trump's America. And then I blocked him.
Good for you. Well, the response to this was pretty interesting because what you saw was another post in response to this blow up. Now, this first
I don't have much empathy left. All of these people can fuck off.
Right. So
I think mandatory like community service, things like that actually benefit, like really, really benefit, not just
COVID shut a
firing.
lot of community service down, so it's either jail or money.
Well, I mean, you could still do community service and still.
Who's running
make
it?
amends.
Most of the jails shut it down because of COVID.
You're saying nothing's been back since in 5 years?
Some are back, but it's just started to come back recently.
So we saw the response to this. This is from this person. Their name is Keizu. And they respond and says, you guys are genuinely so fucking pathetic. It's quite literally just video games. And this was quote tweeted. It has 9 million views. And they said, like, yes, you should care about your hobbies and advocate for things to not get censored or disrespected by suits who don't give a fuck about the hobby you celebrated. But celebrating people losing their jobs and pulling the "you should have left us gamers alone" shit is so embarrassing, man. So, and then we see the response to this is exactly what you'd expect. Disparu says, and yet it was so important to be changed. Representation was important. Games changed society and had to be controlled. God forbid a game wasn't made for a female audience. Those pixel boobs are making me self-conscious. Nerf them. But now it's just a game. Nothing is ever just anything. And no one would ever talk about it. It's gaming's popularity that gives it such power. The attention invested be the people involved. That's why scum were so desperate to control it. And we see the same argument always. It's not important. Why do you care so much? Well, it's not important. You know, why did you force the change of everything? Right.
Yeah, I agree with those points.
Right.
But at the same time, I don't know. Maybe everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, you're just a woman." But I don't know. Like, if you're unfit for the job, then you shouldn't be in that job 100%. So that's my statement on it. I don't know if blanket statements are for everybody.
That's what Elon's doing. There's 300 people left at the
Twitter?
USAID. 3,000 are now out of a job.
Yeah,
right.
Well, they should go find
And
other
one of them
jobs,
that got
obviously.
fired. I was thinking about doing a video on this. Let me pull this up. Let me get this. One of them got fired, and she's very upset. But somebody pulled up one of her old tweets because she says several tweets where she's like, "Fuck capitalism. I wish I was I wish the country was communist so that my job was just kissing people on the forehead." Like, all these people are commies. So I fuck them all. Fuck commies. Let's go back to hating communists. Can we do that? Can we hate communists again? Because we used to shame them and fuck them up all the time. That's how it should be.
Yeah, used to be. But it's interesting to see kind of the response to this.
Yeah, here you go.
Okay,
this is pretty much everybody in modern journalism. No matter if it's video games or whatever, they're all communists. Show this. Andy No pulled that up.
A former USAID funded employee whose job was cut when Doge audited government waste is revealing to be a far less activist. Erica Gibson, her took to X to lament how she now feels psychologically unwell and has no future prospects. Gibson previously posted photos of luxurious trips overseas with her job position. She most recently worked at the DAI, a USAID-funded consulting company. So here's Erica Gibson over here, super lib white woman. I feel so psychologically unwell. 3 weeks ago, I was getting a raise and going to Columbia, and now I'm unemployed with 0 job prospects because Apartheid Clyde and his army of YouTube educated 19-year-olds eliminated my entire field. I have no idea what to do with myself, and whenever I start wallowing in self-pity, I remember that I have it easy compared to the children all over the world who no longer have access to life-saving medicine. Oh, I see. That's what we're doing here. And then we have this where F your black squares. DC is under military occupation. This is what it looks like here. And under communism, my job would be to kiss everyone's forehead good morning and good night. Well, there we go. Standing next to Nancy Pelosi there. But the response to this initial post, I think, is you see this person says it brings me so much joy to see the tables turned. And this is in response to this person a few years ago says, it brings me so much joy to know that you feel like all your favorite hobbies are being stripped away from you. You will never get what you think you had back. And that's hilarious. These are the activists that we talk about. And this person says, it does bring me immense joy that adding queer black characters to games absolutely ruins your experience. I want everyone, every moment of a bigot's life to be miserable. All the hate you bring on us, and I hope it comes back to you threefold. And
wait, queer, what does that mean? Queer. No one cares about black characters in games. What does the queer thing mean? Because if it's LBGTQ, isn't it redundant? Because if queer is gay?
Well, I think
I don't understand. So what is queer?
I would say I don't know what queer is. I don't know, because queer is whatever you want it to be, just like a woman. Flash, we all understand that, right? But this speaks to such a larger issue here, where these people are so broken, and you see this response here. It says it's just video games, says the rotten asshole, right? Well, then why did you bastard try so hard for a decade to change them in the first place? Video games are one of the greatest expressions of creativity, teamwork, talent, and art, and they truly influence culture. That's exactly why you assholes put so much effort in trying to hijack our hobby and shove your shitty politics and toxic transgender bullshit into them. Of course, now that you've lost the culture war, suddenly video games are, quote, no big deal. Stop belittling video games if they're inconsequential. Video games literally save lives. Shut the fuck up. I agree with Snow Area right here. What about you, Blabs?
Well, yeah, I obviously agree with what everyone's saying. People are like thinking I'm like, I'm pro all this stuff. That's never what I said.
No.
So.
I don't think so. Then we saw this, a quote tweet as well. It says, do you guys remember when Anita Sarkeesian and Zoe Quinn spoke to world leaders at the UN? Because it's quite literally just video games. Like the fact that these two people were speaking to the United Nations and got invited there over fucking video games. Like
I want to see my enemies driven before me, and I want to hear the lamentations of their women.
The lamentations of their women. Well, we also had this from Critical Drinker. Says, interesting how video games were so important to idiots like this until they got what they wanted. Now that their side is losing, they wheel out the old, it's just video games, why do you care so much argument every single time. Once it goes back to, if it's just video games, why do you care so much? Why do you care so much? And we saw the stat recently. What was it, about 30% of the video game industry is like LGBTQ. It's like, that's not even close
games
to real
are
life.
shit.
Right. That's like not even close to real life at all. And of course we have Kirsha chiming in as well. Why do you care so much about a hobby that progressives have done everything they can do to co-op and destroy for years while doxing, lying, and insulting people? Just let them take your things and shut up about it. Right. Exactly. It's amazing to see the you guys are so fucking pathetic. Like, this is exactly the problem. The gaslighting is immense when it comes to this. It's amazing to see. So I agree with Asmongold. Like if somebody hits you, you hit back, and you hit back harder, and you fight. And going back to the original statement that Asmongold had, I think that he has every right to be pissed. Every right to be pissed. And he is 100% right. And that
we were too nice in 2016.
Oh, yeah.
This time it's time to bring out the knife, the flamethrower, and burn all this shit down.
Yeah. And the gaming industry as a whole, it's going to be really hard to do that because it is grossly infected. Grossly infected. And it's going to take time. But you got to take that scalpel and cut that shit out, man. And it's got to really, the video game industry has to be doged. Like every company has to go in and has to be treated like X and has to be treated like the United States government is saying right now. Go line by line and cut this shit out. Cut all the waste out. These $100 million games don't need to be $100 million games. Make them $20 million games. And you know what? They're going to be just fucking great. You know, you don't need a $500 million game. You know, you don't need 3,000 people working on one video game. It's so obvious. And if you have 3,000 people working on something, there's going to be some knuckleheads in there who are trying to force shit in there. You know, so yes.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Both of you. So you're saying about this all for one side of the aisle. Do you agree with everything you're saying for the same side of the aisle? This people on the same side of the aisle trying to censor video games right now.
No, I don't agree with that.
No, no, not at all. No.
So everyone gets the same treatment. If you're shit, you're out.
I think that video games are they're like going to a sushi restaurant. Right? You have so many different types of sushi. You don't have to like all of them, right? It's this wonderful opportunity to where everybody can have video game as an art, as a medium, give you so many opportunities to enjoy what you specifically want. If you want run and gun action games, awesome. If you want JRPGs, awesome. And in the Venn diagram of video people who play video games, very little will cross over. But that's what makes gaming the most powerful medium in the world. It's not just, hey, True Lies is out and it made $1 billion, whatever. Pick a movie, right? There's a True Lies in every type of genre. That's what makes video games amazing. Is you can literally have anything you want, and it's all built around creativity. The problem is that while you have the opportunity to have whatever you want in games, this has trickled into games that have never had these issues before, these things before. So it's under the guise of progressivism. Look at how progressive we are, right? You know, why is there now a female lead in a game that never had, like, and the main male character is taking a back seat to it? Why has this character been gender swapped or race swapped? You know, it's just it's the exact same thing in movies. You know, so yeah.
That was my question. For some reason, chat's like flipping me saying I'm pro censorship now. That's not what my question was.
She never
what
said
the fuck?
that.
No.
Like they're like, oh, she's not bait. She doesn't want merit and everything. Like, what
I hate censorship.
Are you on?
I got shit on for getting mad about the Sonic censorship and that stupid Sonic Generations game. But apparently, Sonic fans like censorship, so they were all for it.
Well,
game sold really well. Okay.
I think that you can absolutely have your voice heard, and the industry's gamers and customers as a whole spoke incredibly loud in 2024. And I think that has caused a shift in the gaming space, which you're not going to see it overnight. We've talked about this many, many times. You're going to see this shift over the next 2 or 3 years because they saw the reaction to things in 2024. And then something got greenlit based off that reaction. The same way, it's the same reason you saw games like Dustborn in 2024 because that was a reaction to things that happened 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, in that case, 8 years earlier with the election of Donald Trump, right? That was the inspiration behind the game. But it takes time, specifically when it comes to video games. This is not like the movie industry where things are shot in March and then it's released in November, right? These are long form projects that take years and years to produce. So I think you're going to start seeing some a shift back to traditional thinking. Probably 2027, 2028 in the video game space, and depending on how we'll see how drastic of a shift that is. But it takes time. These are games that take 1 year, 2 year, 3 year development cycles when it comes to AAA games. So.
Blabs plays Dustborn.
Yeah, I'm kind of over it. They ask questions about people's opinions that just get like trampled.
Hey, I had it on Saturday because I finally commented on that stupid fucking dragon. What is that? Kingdom Come Deliverance drama. No matter what side you're on.
Yeah,
I'm not on anybody's side with that one. I'm tired of talking about that game.
I know it's easy to look at the one comment, Blabs, or maybe two
There's
comments.
like a lot, actually. I'll just hang out with the Rumble people. They're nice over there.
We have 2,600 people watching our show right now. There's probably going to be some people who disagree with you, and that's okay. It's okay. Nathan says, I want these people driven out of the industry because they got into this hobby for fame and influence and have actively made it worse. I refuse to feel bad for toxic people who are bad at their jobs. Good for you, Nathan. Dwight says, never show mercy to those who wouldn't return the same favor to you. Basic rule of survival. Epsilama says, Blabs, you don't hate gaming journalists enough. You think you do, but you don't. We need to send game journalists to El Salvador.
Right. Put them in that fucking prison system that takes years to even get you processed.
I feel like apathy is worse than hate.
I don't agree. I mean, yes, I understand your sentiment, right?
Like, I don't like them 100%, but if I'm going to ship them to another country, sorry, you lose me there. I'm not going to fucking ship someone to another country.
Well, the president already said that he's willing to take our criminals.
I think that...
And put them in his Supermax prison, which let's go for it.
Right. You can have action or you cannot have action, right? This is very simple. You can take action or not. And I think that, I'm a big believer in action, right? And there is something to having apathy and just letting something die. Like, we haven't talked about Mercante because she's a fucking Looney Tune. She's no longer relevant, right?
People should have never talked about her in the first place.
Star Wars fans are finally there, except Raging Rhino.
Poor Rhino.
Rhino still has a love for Star Wars, but
he should just, you know what I was thinking the other day? He should just make hate videos of all these fanboys of Disney Star Wars. It would blow up without bullying or anything, but that's what he should do. I've been meaning to tell him. Rhino, if you're watching.
You can see apathy in the Star Wars fan base, big time. You just look at all these, like, Skeleton Crew is supposedly an okay show. No one's watching it. Well, you're really going to see it with Andor season 2.
Let me back up real quick, Blabs. You said we never should have mentioned Mercante, right?
No, if she's just been spewing bullshit. Everyone, this happened before too. Like Zoe Quinn, letting them elevating them on YouTube and everything. It boosted everything. No one gives a flying fuck. No one's talking about Alyssa anymore. Why is that?
You're right. But because she's not relevant anymore. But
she was never relevant.
She was relevant while she was at Kotaku. Because Kotaku is thought of as a major voice in the gaming space.
Well, she's at Rolling Stone now.
Is she?
And
she's been writing articles for him.
That was funny.
It tells you everything you need to know about Rolling Stone. That they're a relic as well. We know that.
Maybe she's going to team up with David Jaffe and they'll host a podcast together. What's up with that guy? He must. I was thinking about it the other day.
He hates.
He must be hard to work with. Because think about, he's made great games. Like, he has quite the like resume, but nobody wants to hire him. Nobody wants to work with him. He must be a fucking nightmare to work with.
I think he made his money.
That's what I'm thinking.
I listen. I don't know him personally outside of what I said, and I stand by everything I said. I think he's a shitty parent, and he got mad at me for saying that. And you gave up on your kid, dude. And that's the thing is. You gave up on your kid. You listened to him when you should have been the parent. You chose not to be the parent, and now you have to live with the consequences literally for the rest of your life and their life as well. So I could care less what he has to say. Jeff says the Mad Magazine cover says, "If you don't buy this magazine, we'll end this dog vibes." Yeah, man, for sure. Victor came in with the 10, says queer and gay are different. Queer is being against normal politically. Normal is anything. Sexualizing kids, that's not normal. It's queer. Thank you, Victor. Dirtus King says queering is the act of denormalizing. It is an academic term from the 90s academia. If you want someone to drop nuclear truth on you, get Aiden Paladin on. The term is from critical theory. Thank you, Dirtus King. I am 16-bit says it's just video games, as if there wasn't a fully produced Law and Order episode that campers as misogynistic terrorists. That's right.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh man, thank you. I am 16-bit.
Aiden Paladin's good people. I like her.
Zenik came in and says video games are a shared culture of brotherhood. You don't have to agree with each other's taste, but we have mutual respect. People trying to destroy that mutual respect and drive division. Those bastards must be kicked out. Yes, and that's the thing is people go, video games are naturally diverse. Yes, they've always been naturally diverse. And you know who cared? Nobody. It was just a thing. Everyone was cool with it until it was like, it's the forced nature of all this, which was a mess. All right, let's go and move on to our last story here. And I want to be somewhat expedited with this. And then we're going to get to some super chats. Guys, thank you again. By the way, we're just 4 Montez supers away from Montez doing another Montez slam. So let's get it. All right, let's talk about the insanity that happened over the weekend. And that was the PlayStation Network outage. Did you guys see this? Well, I'll see this happening in real time over the weekend, Flash.
Yeah, I did too. I was playing video games Friday night and couldn't get online.
Just kind of came out of nowhere, huh?
Yeah. I think that's when it first went down because I went in the store to like download something from my library and it's like, nope, you are shut off.
Yep, you're out.
And I don't think it came back until what, Sunday night?
It took a while. Yeah. Like I said, I was busy.
Yeah, they got
week.
hacked. They got hacked for sure.
The conspiracy theories are real when it comes to this. So let's talk about this. We saw a couple days ago, Ask PlayStation over on X says, we are aware that some users might be currently experiencing issues with PSN. And they had for status updates and go there, which is great. 25 million views over on X. This was a very, very big deal that happened. Now, you notice the time on this. This was February 7th at 7:46. The next day at 11:07. So over 24 hours later, they say network services have fully recovered from this operational issue. We apologize for the inconvenience and thank the community for their patience. All PlayStation Plus members will automatically receive an additional 5 days of service.
Man, I remember when it went down. What year was that? When it
2011.
Yeah, because we were talking about it on Saturday with Endymion, and that was when SOCOM came out. And I remember buying that new SOCOM game, and you couldn't fucking do anything with it because you couldn't get online. It was a night. They should have held on. That killed that game. They should have held on to that game and just waited till their issue was fixed.
Well, yeah, as you said, this is not the first time this has happened. And
that was a fucking nightmare. And then remember they were going down because Lizard Squad kept bombing their fucking network.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that shit?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the response to this has not been very good. And Blabs came in. Blabs, tell us about your tweet here.
So I wrote down, so I'm confused. If users get 5 free days, how does it work for annual members and monthly members? Do users receive a discount, a partial refund? Because if you're paying every month automatically or every year automatically, how do you get those 5 free days? And I'm still kind of wondering how that works, and no one's really been able to give me an answer there.
That's true. That's a good question you brought up.
Like,
there.
I went and looked it up, and I couldn't find anything.
Yeah, I have a year's subscription, so did I get an extra month?
Yeah, like, how does that work for 5 days? Because it's like, how does that roll over? Because all these things are automatic. I just can't find anything. And funny enough, there was a tweet from PlayStation where they're like, you can find more info here. But that was for when it was down. And when you click on it, when everything came back up, there's nothing on there anymore. That was completely scrubbed. It's like, maybe you guys should have left stuff up explaining what had happened. Or at least, well, I mean, they haven't even gone out and said what happened yet, but like explaining it was down, now it's not, here's 5 days, none of that's up. It's not on their website as of yesterday, so I thought that was funny. You're muted. It's really funny. I should keep track.
How do you keep muting yourself?
Because I take a drink out of my drink, and
And it goes,
I don't want to like suck through the straw.
he doesn't
like
want to
this.
suck live, guys.
I didn't even hear anything.
I know. Sorry.
You know that mic only picks up the human voice. It doesn't. It shouldn't be picking anything else up.
Doesn't pick up
Isn't
anything else.
Isn't that an XLR mic?
This is a Shure MV7 Plus. There we go. It's super.
You have a
pro.
Rodecaster, don't you? So that's an XLR
I
mic.
do. Yeah, I do. Yeah, it's an XLR mic. Yes, it is.
Yeah, it shouldn't pick up that kind of noise.
Well,
You must have your settings all fucked up.
It's habit at this point. Well, while PlayStation was struggling, like me with my mute button, other companies were not, and they saw it as an outstanding opportunity to market. And Krispy Kreme Donuts was actually one of them. I don't know if you saw this, where they went out and they were offering a free donut for people who were bored because the PlayStation Network was down, which was great. And it ran.
They're
for
trying
2
to call
hours.
gamers fat.
Right. But they got everybody out from 5 to 7, and this person was like, "Yo, dude, it's actually true. They actually
Look
handed
at
out
his
free
gun.
donuts."
Yeah, look at the tummy.
Right there. Good for Suarez over there, and maybe have a couple more calories. Good for Suarez.
You didn't need 3, brother.
just a couple donut holes will do. And then we saw GameStop came in, and they had a pretty good little tweet. Bet y'all want physical copies now, which was a nice little retweet.
It's funny until you remember that like GameStop doesn't even send or sell like games in their stores anymore. It's just Funkos. So
right.
But even the digital, as long as your PlayStation was set as your primary system, you would still be able to play games. I'm just saying. I'm just being technical here.
Yeah, well, technically. But he says, "Yeah, let me go to GameStop, my local GameStop, and grab some physical game."
Look at all that garbage.
It's just nonstop.
Funko trash.
By the way, Blabs, do you know the GameStop that I think I may have mentioned?
you said it closed down.
Yes, my local
open up?
GameStop is closed down. No, it's gone. It's gone. It's dead.
Rip.
Okay, so let's talk about this though. Let's talk about this PlayStation outage, because there have been some interesting occurrences that have happened just prior to this, and the conspiracy theories are ripe. It is amazing to see, because just a few days prior to PlayStation Network going down, PlayStation continues layoffs days after management shakeups. Right here, they let go of a shit ton of people. Most of my team was just laid off of PlayStation. It was a dream to get to work at with Sony on the platform. Been growing up since the PlayStation 1 and contribute to the PlayStation 5, Portal, PSVR, PlayStation app, and future consoles. If you know anyone who needs an engineer right now, and once again, this is the they guy, right? We've seen this before. These are like the activists, and this situation, there are people saying that these people who are laid off may have actually been activists in this situation, or better phrasing, maybe terrorists in a situation, potentially holding PlayStation Network and PlayStation ransom. Do you think there's any truth to this rumor?
Ransom? No, I think somebody might have put a wrench in somewhere and took a couple components out or something here and there and shut things down, and it took them a while to find out what was happening, or they got hacked, which it's totally believable.
I kind of
But
think
if they held them ransom, you'd get caught. Like you could narrow that down pretty easily. I think who got fired. Let's start looking at them.
Yeah,
I'll tell you something when we go off air.
Okay. Well, we also have this. The idea that PlayStation California office fires an undisclosed number of employees, and it's just the idea of it potentially, maybe being a coordinated attack. Who knows, right?
Or if it was done on purpose.
That's kind of the idea.
No, but like not in the way that you think. It was done on purpose to entice people to get some type of extra security for PlayStation. Does that make sense?
Who would have done that though?
I don't know, but I don't know anything about this stuff, right? But like, what if you have someone who comes in and hacks it on purpose so that Sony goes and buys extra security or whatever and says, "Oh, we need this and we need that," and it's just another way of stealing everyone else's information and keeping it. Tinfoil hat moment.
I don't think there's anything wrong with putting on the tinfoil cap. I really don't.
Yeah, just
we have
wondering.
especially once again, this is part of the PlayStation Network history. We have this article from IGN says, spooked by the 2011 PlayStation hack, some PlayStation customers want Sony to say exactly what went wrong. Because if you recall, in 2011, 77 million accounts were compromised. That's all personal data. 77 million. This person says, given what happened in 2011, we need to know if we need to call our banks for new credit cards and need identity protection services.
Yeah.
And I don't think that there's anything wrong with this. Your lack of transparency is disturbing.
It
Sweet.
is.
But can you tell us what happened and how you'd be able to working to avoid it in the future? Right.
Well, if you think about it, like how many times are like health insurance things or people who work for the government, their information was stolen, but they don't find out until like 6 to 8 months later. So we may find out, in 6 months' time, but like, by the way, anyone who's got a PlayStation Network, your shit's been stolen. It's far too late for you to do jack shit about because it's like 6 to 8 months later.
Well, we don't know yet. We don't know.
It could be, but we could not.
There's a chance for sure, yeah. They need to be more transparent about what's going on. And that's because of their history of fucking up.
Well, yeah.
Like, it's on them to kind of fix people's anxiety here.
I agree.
One tweet of communication, they're horrible.
Well,
it's something funny I put in the private chat if you want to show it.
Sure. And the thing is, they more or less they had 2 tweets about it. 2 tweets, very simple. One to say it was offline, and then the other one that was kind of vague and being like, yeah, it was an operational issue. And then with the compensation, there was no ongoing communication during the process. So, and I know that sounds really stupid, like 24 hours down, in the grand scheme of things is fairly small, but when you pay for a service to always be up, I think $5 days of this is actually too low. For compensation for something like this, I would say provide an extra month.
They can at least give you Suicide Squad for free or something. I mean,
but I feel for the ones who got absolutely nothing out of it. So like they can't play their PlayStation games, correct? But even if they don't have a PlayStation Network, they should have been given something too, because you just fucked them up, and they are to be loyal customers, and you shouldn't treat customers like that with absolutely nothing and zero communication, or like almost zero communication. Personally,
there was a really funny, I think maybe somebody shared it, where they're like saying that the hacker put a copy of Concord in everybody's library.
right. Yeah, that's pretty funny stuff. Yeah,
what a save.
Yeah, pretty brilliant. But yeah, at least everybody got Concord. Yeah. It's a pretty funny little post. And yeah, you sent this out about Anonymous here.
Did you see that video Anonymous put out, that bullshit video?
I didn't see the whole thing. It was like a 30-second. I didn't see the whole thing. It was just like, it's
basically
Anonymous
Trump's a Nazi and Trump's bad bullshit.
Okay. And the idea that Anonymous has been verified through an ID is pretty fucking funny. Oh man, fucking brilliant. Love it. There you go. What's the deal? What's the big deal? It's just video games. That's right. Thanks, Drop Barracuda. Appreciate that. Blabs, this is outstanding. John Kanji came in with a $50 direct donation. John, thank you so much. Says, PlayStation accounts got hacked. Now everyone is given a copy of Concord for their inconvenience. Honestly, I wish they just took my money instead. Thank you, John. Appreciate that. And thank you for your wonderful, wonderful jiggly support today. That is outstanding.
By the way, the Concord thing's not actually real, in case someone actually thinks that it's not real, guys.
Yes, jokes. Drop Barracuda came in.
Funny joke, too. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, it is great. It says, new subscriber. Here's one for the goal. Found the channel from shorts of Blabs looking up things in Urban Dictionary. Just discovered a hungry unicorn. If you need another short, love the content. Wow, Drop Barracuda, thanks so much for coming in and supporting.
Hungry unicorn.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, Blabs, why don't we find out what is? Hold on, let's find out what Blabs will tell you. What is a hungry unicorn?
Dictionary. Hungry unicorn.
Hungry unicorn. Yes, Drop
Hungry unicorn. All right. A gay sex position where one male puts a strap-on dildo on his head. He sticks it up the other male's ass while licking and sucking his balls.
Ew.
Who thinks of this shit? Like, you know what really spice things up, honey?
There's a lot going on there, though. Like,
Fuck. Woo, all right. Anyway, thanks for that. How you doing, Craig?
there's a lot going on there.
There's a lot. Who thinks of this shit?
Tell you what, Drop Barracuda just contributed in a major way. Thank you for that, and appreciate your support. That is outstanding. Rod came in and says, for those who have PlayStation 5s, in case it happens again, remember this path so you can play digital games offline. Settings, accounts, other, console sharing, and offline play. Have it enabled in your digital games. There you go. Rod, thank you very much for your support.
You've hit the Montez.
We did. We hit another one. Winterfell came in with a $9.99. It says, will Swift dump Kelsey now the Chiefs dynasty has been defeated? I don't know, but that would be really funny to see. She's like, we're done. We're done. And Arcuz hit the Montez goal. Says Sony quality of service has decayed over the years. So another possible hack doesn't surprise me. Stay classy, Blabs.
Thank you. I try.
So classy.
Do
Joey
Mortal
says,
Kombat.
You want what? You want Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
Okay.
Round one. Fight.
Bitch.
Fatality.
Montez drop. It's amazing. Oh, that's good stuff. Joey says, I think what happened with PlayStation Network was out of revenge from a disgruntled employee. If I'm not mistaken, some more layoffs were announced and then people were let go. The timing seems to match. I'm with you on that. I feel like it's a little too convenient. Little too convenient for it to go down there. Brain Sox with a 5 says, little support. Hey, all support is huge. So thank you very much. Bad News Badger says, I'm not a fan of people losing their jobs. I mean, either. I'm a big fan of people being bad at their jobs, losing their jobs. Man, preach. Jason says, non-Tez support. Also, massive PSN outage the day after an undisclosed number of California PlayStation staff let go. Coincidence?
Yeah, I think he's onto something there. I didn't know that there was a bunch of layoffs. Still, you pulled that up.
Yeah. Yep. Max says, GoldenEye 64 was made by 10 people who never made a game before ages 18 to 25. The Doge style team works. AAA really does need to have house cleaning. Yeah. Did you know that? The idea that GoldenEye was made by 10 people who had never made a game before? It was awesome.
Is that real?
Yes, that is real.
Wow.
That is, I mean, a lot of first timers there.
Talk about coming in strong.
Yeah. Spectacular stuff. Victor says, Blabs, I understand your position, but you're failing the foundations of the paradox of intolerance. If you're tolerant of the intolerant.
I never said I was tolerant of the intolerant. My entire message has always been, be careful of what you hate because you might become them.
Mighty came in and says, yes, Craig, what's best in life is to crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentations of their penis women.
Blabs is confused because she doesn't know that quote and what that's from because she refuses to watch his movies.
It's never going to happen.
Arnold. There will be a day, Blabs, soon. 100%.
Yeah, it's such a great fucking movie, too.
All right, Blabs, we got a lot of support to get to today, and let's get to some super chats. Flash, do you want to bulge or do you want to stick a little bit?
I'll stay for a few minutes.
Okay, sounds good. Guys, thank you so much for your support today. Or let's get to some super chats and see if we got any questions or statements from y'all that we can address. So fire away, Blaz. What do we got first from...
Speedy Cake says, I found out Australia has the final boss of all sovereign citizens today. He is known as Prince Leonard of the Principality of the Hutt River Province, LOL. What? I have no idea what I just read, but thank you.
I love watching sovereign citizens get owned in court. Those are some of my favorite videos on YouTube.
Snake Fan says, for Blobs, HP-based Montez, since she's a big fan. Thank you very much.
A sovereign citizen that drove his Explorer through a crowded street recently, that Daryl guy, was snuggled in prison.
Oh, yeah.
Brutally.
Yeah, yes, yeah, I did see that. He had to be moved to another prison.
Yeah, I'm happy to hear about that.
Mm-hmm.
Luigi says, Mountain Dew Super Bowl ad features Seal was hilarious. His truck. Yeah, that was not on my bingo card. I saw those. I had like a whole bunch of ads and commercials listed for today, but we didn't do it also because the fact that we might just get flagged for them too. Bike Short says, "Where'd my hard news? I'm just standing here hard. We played it, don't you worry. It was just a little bit late." Max says, "Ninja's authentic Switch N64 controller through online shop. Mario 64 and Ocarina are amazing with real one. Blabs versus Craig GoldenEye 64. Loser Montez. I don't want to get Montez. I already know I'm going to lose that."
Hey, I'm going to put a post out. I know you guys have sent over a lot of great suggestions. I'm going to put a post over on X that actually about what games Blabs should check out on the N64 when we do this, because this is going to happen. Like
Mario 64.
Oh, for sure. But I'm going to put that out. So, you guys, make sure you go over and follow me over on X at Stuttering Craig. So,
Chaos for one says, "YouTube has been trying to censor this, but MSNBN host Chris Hayes is trying to rebrand DEI as patriotic pluralism. And Demon broke the story, spread the word. Thank you very much."
Oh, is that what they're gonna do? Call it patriotic for DEI? Fuck out of here.
Right.
It's about as patriotic as the Patriot Act.
Modest Survives says, "Hey, bada bing, what's the haps blabs Mika?" So it would be Amika, because it's feminine, Fettuccine Alfredo, arrivederci, sub Craig, keep up the good work and keep me entertained during the workday. Thank you very much.
Modest. Appreciate that, my man.
Learn the grammars. Cred Muffin for one says, "All this talk about older games reminds me of how much things have changed. I remember when a Pokemon was just a Jamaican proctologist. What the fuck?" Anyway, thank you for that. Commodore fan says, "It's because Chinese people don't like African immigrants who are very disrespectful to Chinese people, so people won't see the movie otherwise," which is ironic because Chinese people going to other people's countries are relatively rude sometimes, so that's funny. Rudy says, "Red China Hulk versus Captain America Thug CN #1. Jesus. Dark says, will Marvel stop casting midget Hulks for Hulk characters? Hulk lives matter. Thank you. Wedge says, "Craig eats shrimp for breakfast." What a Chad.
No. Well, this has been well established. I do not do shrimp for breakfast.
I like shrimp.
Shrimp is something that you have after 10:30, 11 at the earliest. That's like that.
Oh,
you don't do shrimp in the breakfast.
Did you cover Kanye West's Super Bowl commercial?
No, we did not. We didn't.
Did
cover
you
any
see
Kanye
it?
West. No.
Holy shit!
No.
Hold on.
Oh dear.
Dare we watch anything Kanye West?
This is fine. The commercial's fine. If you go to his store, though, I wouldn't do that on the air because it goes to his shirt. His entire store now is just a white shirt with a black swastika on it.
Oh. Not a good look there, Kanye.
But the commercial is literally him with an iPhone, like zooming in on.
No, we might get flagged for it or some shit.
You won't. I played it in my video and it's been up.
He didn't
show anything.
Didn't he do that last year? He just used an iPhone and he sold like $10 million worth of stuff because I thought he did that last year, if I recall.
I didn't know he did that.
Yeah, I thought he did something like that last year. Let's keep going to this Super Chats, Blabs.
Hideka says, "Chi-Chi homeschooled Gohan when he was a kid until he got to high school. So it couldn't work, right?" Right. Jared, for one, says, "If the video involving the adult child, William, is indeed real, that's a sign of really bad parenting." Could be.
I got it. It's only 30 seconds long.
Okay.
Yeah, this is it. He just got these awful teeth put in.
So what's up, guys? I spent like all the money for the commercial on these new teeth. So once again, I had to shoot it on the iPhone. Go to easy.com.
That's it.
Did he literally spend $8 million for that to run?
Apparently it's regional, so some people didn't see it. Now, Chicago, I'm pretty sure saw it. So not everybody saw it. I don't know how much a regional one is compared to everywhere. I'm not sure. But yeah, he paid for that. Some people saw that during the Super Bowl. It's so he's high as fuck off of anesthesia and shit.
Keep going, Blabs.
Okay, Drop says, you don't hear about homeschoolers dating teachers. You know, that's a fair point.
It's a good point, yes.
Spoon Ninja says, Dean Cain got cut out for being too far right in the picture. Alex says, I made a post on DCU updates saying they forgot to add Dean Cain and Dean liked and retweeted my tweet. Made my day, to be honest. Awesome. Great for you, Alex.
I just literally is just the Nazi shirt. Yesterday, he had his whole catalog up when I looked. Today, it's just the Nazi shirt.
And by the way,
crazy.
To be clear, I think we all
paid $8 million to troll.
Right. We all understand that we all get it. Like the swastika wasn't invented by the Germans. We all understand that, right? We understand the origin of it. But given everything that Kanye West has said over the last little bit, it's not exactly like he's going to its original origins of it.
He was saying things like, he's saying like Hitler is fresh, and he wanted people to call him Yadolf Hitler.
Okay.
And there was a couple
Gross
more.
fried.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's off his meds again.
Rudy says, Dean is part Asian. DC is so racist.
Oh, yeah.
That's fair. Baron says, Dean should be in the middle of every picture now. Yeah. Osmani says, not Trotsky, it's Nikolai Yezhov, Stalin's chief of secret police.
Oh, that guy. Okay.
Mercenary says, I'm with the gamers that want people in jail. Metroid says, I was waiting for this. Watch the video of Asmongold about Gamergate from 10 years ago. It's worth a rewatch. It aged like fine wine.
Thanks, Metroid John.
Rebound says, I'm done playing games of principles when the opposition is playing a game of power. There are the worst type of people and have proven it. No mercy. Mercenary says, Blabs, nothing less than a one-way trip to Gitmo.
Thanks, Mercenary. Mercenary's hardcore.
Mercenary says, this lady can apply to bag groceries like I was. Jay says, women tend to gravitate towards communism. Why is that? I don't. What a fucking stupid thing to say.
No.
Anyway.
Most women, a lot of women are very liberal. A lot of women are very liberal and far left until they have a family and a baby, and then they start to become conservative.
There's Blabs. You cannot deny this. This is very true.
Well, I mean, I've never experienced it, so.
But what I'm saying though is that
just because you're an exception to the rule doesn't mean that the rule exists.
No, but like around me, I've never experienced like absolute batshit insane women.
Right,
Maybe
but
because that's what it was.
Right. The reality is that women are traditionally considerably more emotional than men are. Right. Men are very black and white. There's lots of shades in gray with women. We all understand that. So from an emotional standpoint, the idea of like everybody should have everything and everything's all right. And you know, it's like what Flash said. They're super emotional until they have a family. And then they have a family, then they become mama bears. And, you know, then all of a sudden they realize that that's not the best way to think.
They stop trying to fuck over the country.
You are definitely, Blabs, the exception. 100%. Because there's a lot of Looney Tunes out there.
Mr. Malaki says, never forget what Zoe Quinn did to Alec Halawaka. I think that's how you say his name. Yes, thank you very much. Sergey says, they simply hope that you don't know why you care. If you don't know why it matters, they can take it away from you more easily. Thank you very much. Spoon Ninja says, did someone say my name? No.
No.
Thank you. Mercenary says, video games saved my life when I was in a really dark place, and if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be here. Also, Sonic fan, and I hate censorship. Thank you very much. Master Gawa says, I want to return to commie hatred, but commie countries became less commie while USA was taken over by commies. We refuse to admit Democrat was commie. Fair assessment.
Thanks, Master Gawa.
Video games says, have you seen Pedofil Gaming on YouTube? What? I don't want to know.
No.
What?
Haven't. And
I don't want to know.
No. If that's a thing, we need to call that shit out. That's.
I don't want to go look at it. I'm afraid to see what I find.
That's not real.
Video Gamer says, actual channel. Kershaw looked at it. Okay. Victor says, the paradox of intolerance isn't about hate. And Orthodox Month says, "Have Blabs played Conqueror's Bad Fur Day for her N64 playing event?"
There is a channel.
I don't want to look.
Got 179.
What the fuck?
It has to be a parody, right?
I don't know. This is where the wood chipper comes out. Well, I'll tell you what. I did put that tweet out, by the way. I said, I just learned Blabs has never played any N64 game. I will change this.
Done. Gonna
What?
be harassed on Twitter now, too.
No, Blabs, this is simply a suggestion thread. That's all. You know, there's a lot of great suggestions. So you guys go over there and respond. And do not harass Blabs.
You're gonna make Blabs hate the 64 like she hates Arnold.
No,
Yeah.
no.
True.
Orthodox Monks is wanted to
Yeah,
know.
I just read that one.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, wasn't cleared.
I
Chaos
kind of
Sonic-
get it now because I kind of hate Kingdom Come Deliverance now because I'm fucking so annoyed by it.
You know, I've been okay.
And I was gonna buy that game too.
We have not talked about that really pretty much at all on the channel because I don't really I haven't followed it as closely as I need to talk about it on the show. But I know that people have followed it and it's a really hot topic, but a hot button topic. I thought about bringing on a couple people here in the next couple of days to kind of provide one perspective and the other perspective on it, and to see almost to kind of like have like a little debate about it because it's a very debatable thing.
Let them fight.
Yeah, I kind of want to see that happen. And you know, I'll just kind of sit there.
Fatality live on side scrollers.
We'll see
Get
if,
Smash JT and Melanie Mac.
I don't
that
think
will never happen.
I don't think
No?
that'll happen.
That'll never
That'd be a good show.
What about that John guy? The John dude
Trent?
from- no,
Or John Delarose.
You mean the
Delarose.
wife beater? No, thank you.
No, the guy who's like the furry guy now. Who was like
Isn't
a furry
he?
guy?
Isn't he like the alleged wife beater? No thanks.
I don't know. Is he?
Did
I
he get
don't know.
convicted for it, or was it brought up in court? Like I don't know the whole story on that.
Either way,
I don't like to jump on things if I can't, you know.
maybe yeah, exactly. Maybe that would be interesting.
Because all a woman has to do is say that you beat her.
Yeah.
Boom. There's a charge.
Unless
that
it
wa-
was real.
I'm just saying.
All right. Look, we get. By the way, Chaos Sonic, thank you so much for the one. Says he mentioned about the patriotic pluralism thing. It's ridiculous. Thank you so much, Chaos Smash. And Delta says, to be fair, that woman has a job already. If she wants to give people a good morning kiss, she can be a Walmart greeter and give everyone a smiley sticker. Thank you, Delta. Appreciate that. Okay, great place to stop today, guys. Thank you very much for your support. We hit Montez a couple times today, which was great. Let's keep it up. We're gonna have a great show for you guys tomorrow. With Blabs has booked a couple great fun guests tomorrow. So who do we have tomorrow, Blabs?
Tomorrow we have Rush Hour 4. We have Flawed and Phil Chan.
So we are straight up busting out Jackie Chan and Chris
That's
Tucker.
right. Rush Hour 4. Be there or be square.
All right. So make sure you guys are here tomorrow. It's going to be a great one. Make sure you guys go check out Yellow Flash 2, his channel over on YouTube. We'll put obviously his links down below. Appreciate you guys popping in. Hit the thumbs up button on your way out. Have a great rest of your day. Look out for some videos from today's show, some clips if you miss anything. They're always going up. With that said, have a great rest of your day. And remember, people are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys got a goal. Go get it. See you guys later. Bye-bye.